Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be setting up for the month of January in my Sweet Kawaii Design and Cricut Paper Co planner, and I'm going to be using the January monthly subscription from Sweet Kawaii Design. This subscription includes the monthly overview, which is a 3-page kit, and the monthly kit is a 10-page kit plus the bottom washi and a jumbo sticker. This monthly subscription is different than the Kawaii subscription. If you have any questions on the differences of each of those, I will be happy to answer those. And Tasia from Sweet Kawaii Design also has videos on her YouTube channel whenever she has a new design for either subscription, and she explains each subscription kit in great detail. I'm actually subscribed to both kits, but I will skip the designs that I'm not fully in love with, and I'll kind of pick and choose which ones I want to purchase. But anyways, I decided to put my jumbo sticker directly on the monthly tab. Normally I would put these jumbo stickers in between each month, but this planner is set up a little differently, so I'm just going to be adding them to any blank pages if I really like them, and I think this one is perfect for the start of this year. Then I started setting up my monthly overview. Since all of the monthly spreads are right next to each other in this tab, I think I'm going to be keeping track of our dinners in this monthly overview. That was one of my favorite things from the Printpression Weeks planner, having all of our dinners all together in the monthly spreads, and I like to color code the type of protein that we have in the dinner. It's just a really easy way for me to look back and get ideas on meals, and I like having the visual of how often we are going out to eat. So I'm really excited to have these monthly overviews for that purpose. I am still going to be sticking with a Monday start in these monthly overviews. That is a change that I really enjoyed from last year, so I'm going to continue it this year. I used the full boxes to highlight some special days. New Year's Day, my sister-in-law's birthday on the 31st. We had a really special family day on MLK Jr. Day. We celebrated 100 days of preschool on the 27th, and for the last two full boxes, I decided to add them to the 2 days that I had collabs, which was on the 10th and the 21st. I still wanted to add our paydays, which will be useful for the weekly spreads, and this year I'm going back to using the wacky holidays. Since I had purchased PJ his own planner, I also bought extra monthly overview kits, so he is putting those in his planner. He wanted to save his wacky holidays for his wall calendar, and he's just having a lot of fun playing in his planner and not having to film it. He usually takes a few days to finish one spread, and whenever we film, I try to get it all done in one sitting, which isn't his favorite thing. So his videos may be slowing down a little bit, but he does have a Valentine video coming soon. I didn't actually put this spread together until the end of January, so I had already known how the month went. I decided to add the long strips that are in the kit to mark the time that we were in isolation. My husband had a COVID exposure at work. At first it was a possible exposure, and after a few days it was confirmed to be positive, so we had to isolate from each other, which was pretty difficult, and it's kind of crazy to see this long stretch of time marked off when we were going through that isolation. I try to use as many stickers as I can, and I will be saving the bill stickers for my budget planner, so I should be able to use up most of this kit. Moving into the weekly tab, I will be using this kit for 4 full weeks from January 4th through the 31st. The first thing that I'm doing is deciding on the bottom washi. I decided to combine the pink and mint color, and then I'm keeping the purple and blue on their own. Normally when I lay down bottom washi, I like to go as close to the bottom as possible, but at this point when I was filming this video, I wasn't sure how I was using the planner yet, and I almost felt like I was going to have a lot of white space I didn't know if I was even going to be adding anything to these spreads. Maybe this was just going to be another pretty planner where I play with stickers and set up spreads, because I love using these spreads for 4 full weeks and trying to use up every single sticker possible in the kit. So I decided to move the washi a bit higher than I normally would, and I'm covering up the quarter box section. On the right side of the planner, I noticed I was able to line it up on the short side of the bottom washi, but with the coil, I don't know what it was on the other side of the planner. I actually had to line it up with the long side of the washi using the dotted line at the bottom. That was just the method that worked best for me. I made sure not to put the pink and mint weeks right next to each other. Next, I'm going to be adding the numbers to the date covers. Normally I would have had this done already, but I am getting back into these videos. It's been a while since I filmed a 4-week plan with me, but I think these date covers are so pretty. I love when the designs have a unique shape and aren't just in a rectangle. This kit comes with 5 weeks of headers, but I'm only going to be using 4, so I'll have an extra week that I'll definitely be able to use in another spread. I'm just showing me place down the date covers on the first week, and then I'm going to quickly flip through the rest of the weeks. And the next thing that I like to do is divide out the stickers as evenly as I can. Sometimes I'll just use 4 blank sticker pages, but this time I didn't have any readily available, so I just pulled back the outer edge of the sticker, and I'm going to try to evenly spread these stickers out. I start with the blank weekly schedule and habit trackers, and then divide out the full boxes and quarter boxes and half boxes from there. With each monthly kit or Kawaii kit, there are usually gradual changes from month to month, just depending on the design and the colors. With this kit, there are pops of glitter, so I'm trying to keep that in mind. I don't want all the glitter in one spread, so I do want to try to make sure that is evenly spread out. Also, with a lot of these full boxes, there are multiple colors. They're not just one main color, so it was quite a fun challenge to try to split out these full boxes evenly. Obviously, I wanted the same amount of decorative boxes and functional boxes on each week. And one of the newer changes to these kits are the jumbo stickers that are now included. They are pretty similar in size to the full boxes, so I'm kind of looking at those as another full box. For this kit, each week was able to have at least 5 full boxes, 6 half boxes, and 4 quarter boxes. I knew this one was going to be easier once I got started. I knew I would probably have to switch some boxes around to fit the colors that I wanted in each week. So I just did my best to look at certain elements, like spread out the snowflakes or the penguins. And then I just wanted to get started in figuring out the colors for every week. There were only 3 jumbo deco penguin stickers in this kit, so I decided to pull in a jumbo sticker from my 2021 New Year's kit. I originally was going to add the sticker to the cover page of this planner where my name goes, but I realized I could pull it in to the first week in this planner instead. I know I could be more creative with these big deco stickers, but for now I am using them in the sidebar. I have one for each week, so they will all pretty much be the same. This spring sticker is a little shorter than the penguins, so I did have to add a header to fill in some space. But in my sidebar, I have the blank weekly schedule, 2 habit trackers, and I went with the Hello January full box at the very top. With this first month, I am very much sticking to what I know, which is having all of the checklists across the top of the week. It's really nice to have this completely blank column for any type of layout, but I knew I wanted to just do my normal layout with these monthly kits, especially since this is my first time using this planner, but also using a planner with these completely blank columns. So looking at the full boxes I had chosen, I decided on the colors that I wanted to use for the weekend, and I went from there. There are 5 colors in this kit, and I normally like to repeat the pattern once I have all 5 colors down first. So in this case, my colors on Monday and Tuesday are going to be the same colors for the weekend. And as far as the checklist, there were 2 rows of snowflake checklists, 1 row of scallop checklists, and 1 row of mini scallop checklists. So I definitely could have done 1 row for every week, but I didn't really want to have a week with the small scallop checklist. Instead, I decided to do 5 snowflake checklists for 3 of the weeks, and in those weeks, the weekends would have the short scallop checklist, and then one of the weeks will be all scallop checklists. I have found that this makes the most sense for me because normally on the weekends I don't have much on my to-do list. It is mostly about relaxing and recharging and trying to get some family time in. But that's usually why I have to be strategic with my weekend colors, because I do have a limited option of colors to choose from with the small scallop checklist. As I had mentioned earlier, these kits do evolve over time, and we used to have a ton of headers in these kits, but now we just have 1 page, so I know that the headers are limited. I don't have enough for 3 a day every day, but I should have enough for at least 2 every day. My only obstacle would be having the right color once we get to the last week. I noticed that I tend to be a little bit more cautious in the beginning, not really using the headers as much, especially if it isn't needed. And for the most part, I will go back, and once I go back to fill in my spreads, that's when I use up most of the stickers that I have left over. At first, I tried to see if I could get away with putting the weekend banner down without any headers above it, but I thought it looked a little bare, especially since the weekend banner doesn't go all the way across. So I decided to just add the headers and make it look a little more complete for myself. I do like to keep the weekend a bit more uniform since the checklists are already different than the rest of the week. I like having both of the full boxes in the same spot, but sometimes I don't always have the exact boxes that I need. When I'm laying down boxes, I just try my best to mix it up, put different types of boxes next to each other. I definitely don't have enough boxes to have a uniform spread, so I try to spread everything out and work with the white space that I have in the spread. I could be wrong, but I feel like I usually have a really hard time color blocking with these 10-page kits. And I was really surprised that I was actually able to have a color block spread without having to switch any stickers out with any of the other sheets. There were some changes that Tasia had made that I was really excited about, and it's kind of hard for me to explain in words without showing you physically, but I will do my best. Basically, out of 5 colors, there used to be 1 or 2 colors that would repeat a lot throughout the kit, so there would be a lot of 2 colors out of the 5, and that made it really difficult to color block. But I noticed that now she really makes an effort to alternate the colors in order for the colors to be completely even throughout the kit. With this planner, I did notice that it was difficult to get some of these stickers down straight. I think because it's just completely clean slate, there aren't any lines to guide you. But also with the angle that I have to film, I kind of just went with it, and I did fix as much as I could along the way. But I knew once I started actually filling in the week, it would be easier for me to see if things were straight or not. With that being said, I still would prefer having a blank spread and not having to work around the lines, because I think I will be able to move things around and create a really fun layout. But for now, I am just trying to get the hang of everything and stick with what I know. Plus, I still didn't know at the time what I wanted to use this planner for, so that was all very up in the air. For the second week, which is the purple week, I did end up using the full scallop checklist for this week. And whenever I use these scallop checklists, I feel like it just looks complete with having the header above and below it. So I did go ahead and do that this week. I thought I could get away with it since this is the only week I'm really using the scallop checklist. So I basically am using the 2 headers per day, but I may be able to use some extra headers throughout the spread. This was one of the weeks where I was able to use 6 full boxes, so it was a bit easier to set up. Then I decided to skip to the last week, which is the blue week. For some reason, I really like having all of my favorite stickers in the last week. I think it's kind of my way to say goodbye to the kit and save the best for last. In this case, it pretty much just meant picking my favorite full boxes, but I also knew one of the weeks was going to have a bit of a mismatch with the snowflake checklist because there was a repeating color situation. So I decided I wanted to use those on the third week, and that third week was potentially going to be my non-color block mixed up random week. And I thought that would possibly be a bit more difficult, so I moved on to this last week and set it up pretty quickly. I did end up changing the colors to the weekend, so that meant I had to move some things around. For the boxes that I had, I just didn't have enough of the pink color to put it in the weekend again. As I continued putting down stickers, I quickly just wanted to talk about something that I don't really have time to talk about in my other weekly videos. I have still been struggling with finding a routine that includes my YouTube channel, and I feel like I'm really behind on videos and spreads that I want to do. I at least now have been able to find time to film and do a little bit of what I used to, but I still am really behind, and I had a couple of collab videos that I was able to successfully finish, and that was really exciting. It made me feel like I could actually catch up and feel good about my channel again, but I realized that with all the changes in our household, my sister-in-law and niece moving in with us, one of the big things was that my husband used to have his office in our spare bedroom, and now his office is in our master bedroom. This is where I film and record my voiceovers, and I found that this is really the only room that I think it sounds good. There's no echo when I go in other rooms or the living room. There's always a big echo, so I prefer to record in my room. And I don't know if anyone else could relate, but I always feel weird recording when my husband is in the room with me, so I have been trying to schedule time where I can record. It's extra difficult now because he is doing his master's program and he spends a lot of time in his office, which is our room. But also when I do schedule time, I'm not always in the right mental state to actually get work done. Sometimes I'm just so exhausted from dealing with the boys, just emotionally drained from the day, that once I have that time free, I don't have the motivation or brain power to film or record anything. So I guess I just wanted to let you guys in on where I'm at least I am at the point where I don't feel like I have to put videos out, but it does make me a little sad that I'm not able to like I want to. So please bear with me. I do apologize if you don't like watching videos that are weeks late. I still have some spreads from January that I have to finish. But yeah, I just wanted to fill you guys in a little bit on that. As far as the last week that I did, which is the third week, I was actually able to color block for the most part. There are just a couple of checklists that don't match the headers, but I honestly don't even notice it. For this week, I noticed that I had a lot of stickers left over since I was kind of being sparse with them for the other spreads. I decided to have a pretty structured week, Monday through Friday being all pretty similar, having the quarter boxes in the same spot, half boxes, and for the most part the full boxes as well. I just didn't have a full box on Monday, and then I kept the weekend uniform on its own. I added some of the icons and typography stickers, and then I just tried to add as many of my leftovers as possible, which was mostly the headers. I will be able to do a better job once I fill these spreads in. I couldn't remember what days I went to the store or actually edited or anything, so I just put stickers down wherever I thought they might go. And one of my favorite things about these stickers is that they are repositionable. I can move things around if I want to very, very easily. It was so exciting to finally get started in this planner. I really do think this is going to end up being my functional planner where I actually plan things out that I need to do at home and keep this open and with me all the time, because there are things that I forget about so easily, and sometimes I don't want to put all of the chores in my memory planner because it really doesn't matter that I did laundry on a Tuesday. I feel like that planner should really be focused on the family and the boys. So I think maybe those spreads are going to start looking a little different, but it's definitely going to be a learning process. I really love this kit. I think it's so adorable. These colors are some of my favorites. I don't often get the monthly kits. I mainly get the Kawaii kits, but January is one of the months that I tend to get over and over. I just love the winter theme. There's usually these cute penguins, and I just think this one turned out really adorable. But that is all I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching me set up for the entire month of January. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.